Welcome to an Els Bricks review, and today I've got Lego Minifigures Series 15. I am so excited, guys, to open this for you. And I'm going to be showing you the minifigures inside the box. I'm going to be building them up, showing you the accessories, showing you the minifigures, and reviewing them all for you, and seeing as well how many you get in the box, because I always find that interesting. And we can figure out which minifigures are the rarest. I presume it's going to be the shark, because the mascot figures are always the rarest, that we will see once I've opened it. Just before I begin and start building them, the Queen looks like a fantastic minifigure, and I hope I get a few of them, because I've got a few kings and I really want them to go with the Series 13 king. The skunk catcher, she looks like an awesome minifigure as well, especially that skunk, which you've never had a skunk before, so that's brilliant. It came to £150, roughly $218 US. So I'm going to get this open, I'm going to get these built, and I'm going to speed it up for you guys so you can see exactly what's in the Lego Minifigures Series 15 box. So now I've unboxed and I've opened up all the minifigures. I'm now going to go through them and rank them from number 16 all the way up to number 1 being my favourite, and let you guys know exactly what I think and give you a closer and more in-depth look at them. So this one's coming in at number 16 for me. It's a fairly boring minifigure. I do like the printing on the torso and on the tummy, but the face doesn't really do it for me. There's no alternate face, there's no printing on the back. I don't mind the flute piece, but not an accessory I really want. And there's just not much to this figure at all, sadly, so it's definitely going to come in at number 16 for me. At number 15 is the Jewel Thief. This is definitely one of those minifigures that to me just screams out filler, and it's just there to make up the numbers. This is the kind of minifigure that you might see in a Lego City set, albeit not as detailed. But again, if you turn it around, there's absolutely nothing on the back whatsoever. There's no alternate face. It's just a fairly boring and plain minifigure. It does come with 3 accessories though, which is the most out of any minifigure in the set. At number 14 then we've got the Janitor, and similar to the Jewel Thief, it just feels like a filler minifigure just to boost the numbers. The mop piece is really nice, it has been specially designed for this minifigure, but again there's nothing on the back of him. There's just not much to this minifigure. I do like the face print, but just a fairly boring standard minifigure, and it's definitely a similar minifigure to one you can find in a Lego City range. Coming in at number 13 is the Queen. I was really excited to get a minifigure of the Queen to go with the King. I like the face, I like the crown, I like the hairpiece, I like the cape, but I don't like the lower half of the body, the way it just balloons out. I get that it's trying to recreate a sort of grand queen-like robe, but for me it just doesn't work, and they don't quite pull this one off, unfortunately. At number 12 then is the shark suit guy. Before we get on to reviewing this figure, I must say I don't know if it's a change of strategy from Lego or it was just my box, but I did get 5 of these and it was one of the most common minifigures out of the whole box, so it might not be that the mascot figures are as collectible this time round. As we saw in the previous series, the Tiger Girl, who you would expect to be a collectible and rare minifigure, she was quite common as well, so it might be a change in strategy from Lego. I'm sure we'll find out as more people open these up. He comes at number 12 for me because he's a fairly boring figure, comes with no accessories at all. I do like the fact though that he has 2 faces. There's a worried one, and if you spin him round, he has a happy one. And if you pop the suit back on, you can see from the side there's some really nice detailing on this actual shark piece. So I do give Lego credit for that, but it's just not one that I can get into this time around. At number 11 is the Kendo Fighter. It's an okay minifigure. I do like the fact though that if you pull the mask off, it's got a fairly decent head print on it, with a nice bandana and a man with a moustache, but it's just not that exciting to me. But it's definitely unique. It definitely has some nice printing on the front, on the back, again completely bare like a lot of these minifigures, which is such a disappointment to me. Coming in at number 10 is the Laser Robot. I don't really find this minifigure that interesting particularly. I do really like the accessory it comes with. I think that's a really nice sword piece. I like the detail on the back. The only thing for me, in my personal opinion, I can't create any custom minifigures with it at all because the headpiece is just black with a blue squiggle across it. So yeah, it just doesn't have any interest or appeal to me really, and that's why it only scrapes in at number 10. At number 9 for me is the Dancer. I don't mind this minifigure. I think it's quite nice. I like the tutu piece, which is textured, which is quite nice. I like the hair, which has got some silver detailing, and the expression is really happy and jovial. It's quite a nice minifigure, and I definitely do like the addition to that tutu piece. At number 8 is the Clumsy Guy. He's a really nice minifigure, this one. I really love the t-shirt. I love the leg with the cast on. I love the crutches. I love his headpiece. I just think it's a really nice minifigure and one that can be used for so many custom creations, and that is definitely why it breaks in at number 8 for me. At number 7 then we've got Native Girl. I don't normally like these sort of tribal minifigures, however this one does come with a really nice piece which I'm going to show you in just a sec, but let's look at her as a whole minifigure first of all. I love the feathers in the hair, I love the headpiece itself, I like the hair. There's so much detail, so much fine, really nice printing on the torso, and that can be used for so many different purposes. If we spin this around though, and I will show you exactly why this will become such a collectible minifigure, and it is this little infant tucked away on the back there. Really nice piece, that one. It's going to become very collectible, and I expect to see a lot of them showing up on eBay, which is lucky then that this is common because there were 4 of these in my box. So as you can see, just missing out, and sadly for the Sky Warrior, he is at number 6. He just misses out on the top 5. I still think though it's a really nice minifigure. I love the gold detailing, I love the wings, I love the sword. I just think it's a really nice minifigure, and for me it would have, any normal minifigure range would have been in the top 5, but there are some really nice minifigures with really nice accessories coming up. Let's have a quick look at it from behind, and again the gold theme just continues with those big wings, and it looks really grand and nice from the back as well. At number 5 we have this knight. I really like this minifigure, such detail. As you can see, he's got a weapon which is detailed with spikes on it. He's got a really nice sword with a bear on it, a logo I've not seen used in Lego before, so that's a really nice one. He's even got little spikes here on the shoulder pads, and I also really like the face. He does look extremely angry, and if I just pop his hat back on there when he's in full armour, fantastic. I love as well this green piece here, and if we turn him round, he's actually green from behind, so I love the way as well it continues around the back. Really nice to see some added torso printing on the back, and also multicolour legs. He's got the grey on the bottom and the green on the top half of the legs. At number 4 for me is definitely the farmer, and I already know a lot of you guys aren't going to agree with me, because I remember when this series was announced, a lot of people on the online forums and within the LEGO community were moaning about the farmer, saying, you know, it's just a filler. But I really like it. You know, you don't get many farmers. Last time LEGO City produced any farming sort of range was a while ago, so it's nice to get a farmer. The pitchfork's really detailed, the minifigure itself is really detailed, and the pig I really like. I love the way this pig has got those brown spots on it. It's just a really nicely done, nicely detailed pig. And let's just spin this farmer around there for you all to have a look at. And that's the farmer then, and he is at number 4. At number 3 then, and in bronze position, and as you can see, he's already got his trophy. This is a wrestler figure, and the first thing I thought of when I saw him was the Ultimate Warrior. He sadly passed away a few years ago, but to me this looks just like the Ultimate Warrior. Not sure if it was intentional or not, but I think it must be, because he's even got the Intercontinental belt, which the Ultimate Warrior was famous for wearing. Lovely trophy piece. If we spin him round, the printing continues all the way around. He's got that amazing mullet, just such a throwback to 80s wrestling. A really, really, really nice figure, and some wonderful detail on there. Definitely makes my top 3. Coming in at number 2 then is the Skunk Catcher. The minifigure itself is average. I don't really like the actual minifigure itself, but the net is really, really nice, and so is the skunk. The skunk figurine is just a really, really great skunk. Nice to see a skunk in Lego form. If we turn this minifigure around, there is actually some detail on the arm there with the badge. Not much else to say about the minifigure herself, but the skunk and the net are fantastic, and 2 things which I'll definitely be using in the Lego City, or you know, for any kind of custom build. It's a really, really nice figure. So I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me, but my number 1 pick is the astronaut. I really like anything to do with space. I like the space logo, I like the space theme, I like spacemen in general. So for me, I had to give the astronaut number 1, but there were so many great minifigures in the range, I could barely choose. But I think the astronaut's a really nice figure. I like the flag, I like the gold piece across the visor, and I think it was just a phenomenal, really, really well done astronaut figure. And therefore it was always going to be number 1 for me, even though there are a lot of other minifigures, and I doubt anyone else will choose the astronaut as the number 1, because there are such good figures in this set. Definitely overall I'll give this set maybe a 7 out of 10. I thought it was okay. I thought that some of the minifigures were there just to purely fill up space, such as the janitor, the thief, the ninja warrior person, and you know, a lot of them. But overall I did like the set, and there were some figures which I like, and there is a lot of scope for custom creations, which is what LEGO is all about. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave any comments, any feedback in the description below, and maybe tell me what you think. You rate them 1 to 16. Let me know if any of you put the astronaut at number 1. Thank you very much for watching.